at my fierce squad, always crushing it. I challenge them to turn me into a stone cold fox from 1974. Also, I'm gonna talk to historian Garrison Hayes about how Blaxploitation served up a sexy vision of Black power. Can you dig it? My favorite thing about the 1970s would have to be women in pants. There was this gender fluidity element going on. You could be a woman and you could wear pants. You could be a man, you could wear bell bottoms. There was so much connective tissue between femininity and masculinity, no matter what gender you were. And I think for me, that's always been very exhilarating.
And how about the shoes? Are those men's shoes or women's shoes or bisexual shoes? They're shoes, silly.
Time to step back in time. Here are some historical facts.
Hip-hop was born in 1974? Oh yes. DJ Kool Herc threw a party in the Bronx where he extended the breakbeats of funk records using 2 turntables. The party was ground zero for hip-hop, a music genre and cultural movement that would take over the world to this day. A hip. The biggest challenge, I think, for glam with this 1974 look would probably be deciding which version of 1974 that they want to do. We could go full patterns and color blocking, or we could go all black. We could go leather, we could go jean. And so for them, it's getting on the same page, making sure that they're cohesive.
Hi, my name is Sergio Hudson. I'm fashion designer and creative director to Keke Palmer.
My name is Kira Dior. I am the wig guru, and of course, Keke Palmer's hairstystist.
Hey guys, I'm Kenya Rucker, celebrity makeup artist.
When I think of the fashions of 1974 and the 70s as a whole, I think about freedom.
Don't use our bodies to sell your products.
It was after the sexual revolution during the 1960s when women became more empowered with their sexuality, and they weren't dressing for men anymore. They were dressing for themselves and wearing what they wanted to wear. And black people were proud to be black, and they had fought so long to get to where they were, so they wanted to really show it off. And a lot of designers at that time felt the same thing. You had people like Pierre Cardin, and then you had, of course, Yves Saint Laurent, who hit his heyday in the mid-70s. You had people like Halston from New York. This is when New York became the fashion capital that it is today. It was a beautiful time in fashion.
When I think of the 1970s hair, I think about big hair, disco divas, Hollywood legends, and of course, all about us really honing in on our blackness.
We're born with our hair like this, and we just wear it like this. It's like a new awareness among black people that their own natural appearance is beautiful.
When I think of makeup from the 70s, I think of glitter, really, really, really long lashes, a glossy lip. They just kind of took things and made it way more dramatic. So some of my icons from the 70s is like Beverly Johnson, Cher, Diana Ross, Pam Grier.
We zeroed in on Pam Grier because she was one of the most iconic women of this time.
She had a big, fierce afro. She really tapped into how important it is to be about your culture and just love yourself. Stay tuned, because these hairstyles are gonna be everything.
A natural explosion from Afro Sheen.
Are you ready for big hair?
I'm ready.
I know you love big hair, but this is different. So this one has more of just like wetting it, going, Afro pick vibe, not really much done to it, just get up and go. This one more so has like some finger coils, really putting that pomade. You know, back in 1974, they had a lot of hair pomades, oil sheen that they would use. And so this is really like textured and finger coiled, just how they would do it back then. But we can try both on, see what you think, and then we can choose.
Let's do it.
Y'all don't get to see. So hold tight, we're coming soon with the final product.
Speaking of hair, did you know that the Jerry curl was a true moment for hair in the 1980s, but it started to gain traction back in 1974. Hairstylist Jerry Redding perfected the glossy curly look, which started making its way into black salons. Within a few years, it would become iconic and highly memed. Let your soul glow.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through.
I'm glad I missed that era. What vibe are we going for with the 70s? Because I feel like there were a lot of looks with makeup.
Pastels and like blues and very vibrant colors were in. So I don't know, I feel like...
Are we gonna get a color block moment? Is that what I'm hearing?
I feel like with your hair, it could be really fun.
somebody wants to pull off a big, bold color, what are some key things to make sure that it actually matches with the face?
I really think it's about being cohesive. You kind of have to commit to the look. So if this is giving like a different decade, incorporating elements of, you know, the same decade in like what you're wearing and your hair, because then it makes sense.
So it's okay to go bold, you just gotta make sure that you commit to it in its entirety.
I feel like if you commit to any concept, like it's gonna look good. You know what I mean? You just have to actually like go with it.
That reminds me of Sharon. She always says, commit. You go big or you go home. And that's what I think about when I think about the 1970s. And so speaking with Garrison and hearing about how culture informs art and art informs culture was very exciting. Okay, Garrison, let's talk about the fashion and how it played so much into culture at large. Who are some of the big fashion icons in this era?
Okay, so the people who immediately come to mind for me is like Cher.
Yes, oh my gosh, yes, she would eat down.
Eat down, love Cher. The looks, crazy. Okay, I'm thinking about Diana Ross.
Yep.
Beautiful music, and in the Black Power movement, Black people are wearing like these uniforms. Like it's like the military jacket and the black pants and the black and green berets, and the artistry of people like Gordon Parks, this filmmaker who's capturing black life on the streets, but then goes on to make the movie Shaft.
Hey, where the hell you going, Shaft? To get laid. Where the hell you going?
I feel like I can't speak about the 1970s without talking about the Blaxploitation era.
Yeah, so the Blaxploitation movement is this like film movement. So the exploitation films were these kind of trendy, seedy, low budget movies made in the 40s and the 50s, okay?
Go ahead, Mr. Brown. Pick up the phone and I'll yell rape.
But then black people start like getting the ability to make movies on their own. Studios are supporting them. They're maybe crowdfunding and making their own movies. And so Blaxploitation is born. But it's less about exploitation and more about expression, which is a lot of what you see in the fashion for those movies. You see huge stars being born out of this film movement where they have flamboyant colors and patterns, and folks are really expressing themselves, what feels like for the very first time.
So we have to talk about some of, my favorites, which would be Pam Grier.
Pam Grier is larger than life, and she is showing the strength, wielding a gun. There's this line in Foxy Brown where her brother is like,
"Who does she think she is?"
That's my sister, baby. And she's a whole lot of woman.
Yes!
That's Foxy Brown, that's Pam Grier, like in a nutshell.
Now I need to go home and watch some old movies. There's this element of fantasy, when you think about the Blaxploitation era, that give this kind of magic and inspiration and hope to a community that was under so much strife and change fashion as we know it.
It's too hard to handle, and you're about to get it, and you can
Wow! You look amazing! Wow!
Giving a little foxy.
So we went with leather because we were trying to exert power. I feel like this era is all about black power, and what's more powerful than leather? So leather in the silhouette of the 70s was, of course, a great crop vest and a wide leg bell bottom.
And for the makeup, we were really inspired by Diana Ross.
Oh, wow.
And so we got the bottom lashes going, a little color blocking with the lip and the eyes, a glowy cheek. It's very much giving disco queen.
This was everything because I really channeled that big, bold, and full of power and just empowerment for this look. This is the year that we really tapped into our blackness. And I tapped into this look by making sure the texture and the volume was there. And it's like in this era, in 1974, if your hair wasn't big, you were not a part of it. You could go home.
How can I get through you? Oh, tell me. How can I get through you? How can I get through you?
The 1970s represented three things for me: power, defiance, and expression. And I think those things are not only important then, but they're also really, really important now.
The 1970s was all about defying what we were told we had to be in order to be accepted. It's really about expressing who you are in totality, and we have to continue to do that. Before we say goodbye, some more historical facts for you. ABBA reigned supreme. In April 1974, Waterloo won Eurovision, and dancing queens worldwide were born. And first alert, Beverly Johnson made history as the first black woman on the cover of American Vogue in August of '74. You worked it, cover girl.